Pew 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 pew. Pew 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 pew. Did you not catch mine? You like went way off.
I did a second, and then I was like, I don't know. I thought I did, and then I had no idea.
Story of a girl.
Okay, it was familiar, so I was trying to kind of riff on that.
At first you like got it.
I know, and I figured like I thought in my stupid brain, I thought maybe if I start that way, I'll figure it out. But no, I didn't.
Yeah, you're dumb.
What's up, guys? Happy Gravy Day.
Hey!
Happy Gravy Day. It is Past the Gravy episode 308. It's your buddies Alex, Pat, and Bobby Jokes back again. You're going to be out next week.
I will be.
Out next week, so
I will be drinking some beautiful Southern Star beer.
Yeah, the non-beer phase of your diet will be over.
Well, I mean, you can't like stick to this shit while you're at a wedding.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into where you been, where we tell you guys where we've been since last week.
Where you been? 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 Where you gone? Where you gone? Since you been? Where you been? Where you been? Where you been?
Well, Pat, where have you been, my friend?
Well, it started off on Thursday. I guess I jinxed the Packers because, I said last week that I was just going to keep betting their money line because it kept hitting, and guess what? That fucked us. So, I bear full responsibility.
Honestly, like, I thought you were gonna kill that line. I really thought that they had it there. Philly was banged up, but fuck Philly, man.
Fucking Thursday Night Football, man. So, watched that. Watched a bunch of college football. Obviously, NFL football all Sunday. And I've been watching the Ken Burns country music documentary. Highly recommend it for anybody especially if you're a country music fan out there.
What kind of tree?
Country.
Oh. Okay, just making sure.
Wait, what kind of tree, Bobby?
What kind of tree?
That's Bobby's favorite word. We all know that.
Yeah, it is. Everybody knows.
Yeah, if you're a country music fan, I would especially say watch it. Or really, if you like jazz or anything like that, because it shows how the beginning roots were all together. Like jazz, and it started out hillbilly music, but like that's where it all came from. All the early influences of country music all had and it really shows that like black music is a massive influence on it. Because like early guys when they started playing, well, you know what the fuck I'm saying.
I'm just saying, trying to be sensitive.
Yeah, each one is about 2 hours long. I think the shortest one is like an hour 37, and there's like 8 or 9 episodes. So it's a long haul, but it's well worth it.
Just like you saying the word hillbilly, like was there a guy named Billy?
No,
that they came up with hillbilly music from or something. Like there has to be some guy named Billy originally that was just. He just didn't give a shit. He probably had no teeth.
It's because they're from the fucking hills.
Nobody lived in a hill.
But like, off your tongue.
But there had to be like a guy that came to town and like he just didn't have any manners. He did his own. He made his own booze. He just he didn't live amongst like the normies in society.
Sounds like my kind of dude.
And they're like, this fucking hillbilly over here. What's his fucking deal?
I mean, it's entirely possible, but I doubt it.
I'd like to think that there was an original like hillbilly.
There's a lot of things that you'd like to think.
He wore overalls and no shirt into town.
Well, of course he wore overalls.
You know,
and no
in
shirt.
To Catch a Mockingbird, how they had the guy that everybody thought was a town drunk when it turns out he was just drinking Coca-Cola. Like hillbilly was like the guy that came in. Well, I watched the movie because I didn't
do that either. I just winged it when we took the test in high school.
I had to read it in like pre-AP. My mom was like, you should take one pre-AP class in high school. And my freshman year, I took pre-AP English because like, well, English is my strongest subject. And I hated it. And I was like, yeah, I'm not a smart kid, so I'm going to stop this after a semester. And you had to read To Kill a Mockingbird your first semester of your freshman year. And then...
junior year, right?
And then I think your junior year, your like last semester of junior year, if you're just in regular English. So I was like, I've already sort of found out about this book, so we're good.
Yeah, I read like 2 chapters and gave up.
Well, Atticus Finch taught me a lot. So I guess it's my turn then.
Yeah.
I went and watched West Ham play Bournemouth to a 2-2 draw on Saturday morning. So not a win. We're not singing bubbles. We only sing bubbles after wins. But 7 weeks without a loss in the Premier League. So hashtag PTG bump, right?
Are we still in 4th place?
5th place. We're in 5th place. But still top table. Top of the table right there. Like we're still in Europe tournaments next year.
We're killing it.
Although There was a pretty bad not cool that happened in the game we'll get to later on, and I am not feeling great about our chances. Saturday night, went out with some coworkers. We got a new co-host on the morning show, Tessa Barrera. She is awesome, and we went over to my buddy Rod Ryan's house, and we got a little... we had ourselves a good time. We went bar hopping a little bit out in the Heights, and we drank some absinthe. I hadn't drank an absinthe in a long time. I did not see the little green man. But I did get really drunk.
Was it licorice absinthe, or was it?
It tasted very licoricey. Yes. Yeah. And
did you guys just drink it like that, or did you do the full like?
Oh, Rod had the whole
over
kit.
Like a sugar cube.
He had the little the spoon with the holes in it that you drop. He had this decanter,
similar to like a heroin kit. Because it's got a spoon, but...
I guess it is,
yeah.
Kinda. It is kind of, except there's no fire.
Yeah.
But he had this big, decanter thing that you'd put ice in and then water, and then you could just turn these nozzles, and it would just, slowly drip on top of the sugar cube, so it would melt into the thing. And then we drank that and a lot of other stuff, too. And I was woken up in my Uber. That's always a weird feeling where you're just like, oh, huh, what? Like, hey, we're here. Oh, yeah.
Get out of my vehicle.
Thanks, man. Thanks, my bad. Okay. I mean, but technically, I'm paying you to drive me, so I should be able to fall asleep anytime.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Just don't, not
I'm also
wake up.
not a girl, so I feel like that would be really unsafe if you're a girl to fall asleep in the back of a stranger's car.
Yeah.
Probably not great for me to fall asleep in the back of a stranger's car anyways.
Way to show your privilege.
But, I'm just saying. So went out with coworkers Saturday night, and I was I had one of the middle of the night throw-ups where it was I gotta throw up. I just woke up and just felt it coming up, and then I made it and was able to throw up, but that just sucked. And then you have kind of no matter how many times you brush your teeth, it's just kind of you have to throw up on the inside of your teeth for a day.
Yeah.
It's gross. But it was a fun night, so that was worth it. Then, new show I've been watching is Righteous Gemstones.
I'm starting it soon. I gotta finish.
Oh, so far good. It's on HBO, but it's got Danny McBride wrote it and directed it, and it's got John Goodman in it. It's got Walton Goggins from Vice Principals with him. It's got Adam Devine from Workaholics. It's got everybody from all of these movies you've seen. And Danny McBride's kind of turning into an Adam Sandler kind of guy where he's just got his cast. They're you're going to be in this game, and this you're going to be this, you're going to do this, you're going to do this. And it's awesome. And they're preachers that are dirty, and so they don't really do the best stuff, and it's
evangelists, not preachers. Evangelists.
It's
like a mega church.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious. And Emma and I watched the first 3 episodes last night, and we're laughing our asses off because it is that good. So check out Righteous Gemstones if you're looking for something to watch. Maybe you've got this Big Brother void you're trying to fill that I am. By the way, not super upset that I don't have to do a Big Brother podcast today. I love doing the podcasts.
But now you're just whoa, I've got free time on Wednesday night.
This is amazing. Just I don't have to stress out over well, did we get the podcast up? Did I tweet about it? Did I push it out? We're good. We're good now. But that, I think, is where I've been, huh? That's all. That's it. That's all I got. Let's move on to Comeback Kid. But before that, we got to tell you guys about our official beer sponsor of Pass the Gravy. Obviously, the best beer company in the whole world, and I'm talking about Southern Star Brewing Company. Pat, you just got a couple more days, man.
1 week from today, I will be drinking a nice cold Southern Star.
Oh, man. Pat will be crushing some Southern Star bombies, strawberry bombies. What else did you take? You took a blood belt? You took what was left of the blood belt?
Yeah. I think I can only bring either 2 or 3 6-packs with me. So I'm gonna mix and match what I have. I have some Subatomico as well.
Uh-huh. Juicy IPA.
I might actually have to go buy some Golden Bach. Just to bring that up to my uncle to show him.
It's good. You have to say that every time you drink it.
I think I'll be bringing at least 1 6-pack of strawberries though.
Yeah. Okay.
Because that's just.
Because that's the best one.
You know what's fucked up though too? Sorry to do this in the middle of the ad, but
I'm cool with it.
It's gonna be super cold up there. Some nights it's supposed to get down to 30. So I'm gonna yell at my cousin for having a wedding in New Hampshire in October.
During football season.
Jackie, you're a dick.
Whoa, but I love she's getting married. This is her day.
But I love
you. So try not to ruin her day.
Whatever, I'll just drink till I'm not cold.
That works.
And you know what helps with that? Southern Star beer.
Southern Star
does. Delicious.
They have something for everybody. Daniel Ramirez almost did it again. Daniel Ramirez was out at Specs downtown and was showing us all of the seasonal ones that they have. And I don't think they even started making these, so those must have been from last year. like the Irish cream ale.
I was like, man, I gotta get that.
Yeah, and was it a chocolate stout they had out there? Like those are the ones
like
that we haven't even tried
velvet
yet.
or something.
Yeah, red velvet. But that comes in like the holiday sampler pack. I know.
I can't wait for that.
I'm really looking forward to that. And I mean, there's really nothing like that you wouldn't like at Southern Star. If like depending on whatever beer you're into, they've got that kind, and it's gonna be dope. If you like a Bock, like a Shiner Bock guy, don't drink Shiner. Don't drink Shiner. Drink Texas Golden Bock. It's the shit. Drink a Kolsch. That's awesome too. The regular Bommies. I crush regular Bommies every Saturday at Nick's place when we go watch soccer. And we made sure that I was like, guess why the fuck do you keep running out of this? Like, okay, we'll keep them on. And I'm trying to get them to have them on tap, but they don't have them on tap yet.
Well, you gotta tell them how cool the tap is. That giant bomb.
It's a fucking missile.
It's the coolest tap
there is. It is. And
which you guys can buy from the tap room.
Oh, by the way, did you see my socks today? I know you weren't really looking at my socks.
I did not.
I have Bommy socks. I did not know they sold those. Holding my leg up right now. And they sell them up at the brewery. I got some. They also sell conspiracy theory socks. I'm a big sock guy. You know that. And
I'm gonna need some of those.
I got some Bommy socks. I got some conspiracy theory IPA socks. Southern Star Brewing Company, like the 3525 North Fraser Street up in Conroe. Go up there and go check out the brewery. It is the coolest brewery you'll ever go to. They got a Frisbee golf course out in the back. They have the best food trucks from all around town every weekend coming up there. And they've always got all kinds of fun events. And we're probably going to do our Christmas Spooktacular up there too. So.
And, the weather's, it's going to be cooling down soon. They've got... It's going to be great out there.
Oh, yeah.
All those picnic tables. They got a nice outside beer stand that they can use.
Go up there, and they got great wall decor. Their wall decor is phenomenal, if I do say so myself, including the Pass the Gravy flag up there. It's probably the best brewery at wall decorations ever. And I found they used to have the Lord Beer Me Strength from Jim on The Office. They had that picture out there. They said somebody stole it. And I was like, well... fuck that guy, whoever stole that, because that was a work of art right there. But if you go up to 3525 North Fraser Street and kind of be like, yo, Pastor Gay Podcast told me about you guys. That's why I'm here. And they're like, oh, you guys know those guys. Okay, get out. They won't kick you out. I'm just kidding. They'll take care of you. They'll be like, oh, come on, sit down. What kind of beer would you like? And then you go get your coins, your little tokens. You can get your beer. It's great. Best brewery ever and the best beer in the entire world. Southern Star Brewing Company, the official beer sponsor of Pass the Gravy Podcast. Let's move along to Comeback Kid. And when we started this segment, we really just kind of needed a way to shoehorn stuff that wasn't generic, that wasn't just naturally able to be brought up. So we're just going to talk about what's back in the news this week, or maybe it hasn't been in the news ever, but we're just going to call it a Comeback Kid anyway. So here we go.
It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch.
All right. First Comeback Kid of the week. Spooky season.
Ooh.
It's spooky season.
God, I love October.
Happy spooky season, everybody.
Every sport's going to be going on.
Yeah,
the weather starts to cool down just a little bit.
We're recording this on Wednesday. Hockey starts tonight. Mm-hmm. Oh, my God. The NHL's back. Basketball starts, at least the Rockets start the 24th. You got all the other sports going, baseball playoffs. It is fantastic, and it's spooky season because all things ghosts are out there. All things pumpkins are out there. All things skeletons. Yes, you can finally go and decorate your yard. Don't be that weirdo that's before October being like, I've got skeletons out here. This is it. Go all out now, guys. You got 31 days. It's spooky season, and we're all about that here at Pass the Gravy Podcast.
I mean, we already have a pumpkin dessert at the restaurant.
You do?
Yeah, made it in-house.
You've yet to bring it over here so we can try it.
Well, no, I mean, we only have one of them. We made it as a test yesterday.
You only have one pumpkin.
No, it's a pumpkin cream pie. We made it as a test yesterday. And
sounds
nasty. You're dirty. No, I couldn't try it because there's a bunch of sugar and shit in there, and I'm trying to be strict with this.
Okay.
But from all accounts, it's absolutely phenomenal. There's little bits of chocolate chip in there, too. Oreo crust, or Oreo and graham cracker crust, I should say. Yeah.
Ooh.
It's dope.
Spooky season.
It's spooky how good it is. Nailed it.
Scary good.
You know who else is
Spooky
ties
Susan.
into Spooky Susan?
Oh, who? Who could that be? Spooky Susan?
One of the greatest men of all time.
Oh, you're right. Would that be our good friend that you hear every week now on the podcast, whether or not I talk over it or not, now that I don't have to play it? But could it be our buddy?
How's it hanging? I'm David Pumpkins, and I'm gonna scare the hell out of you.
Yeah.
David S. Pumpkin. It's a lot more fun for the people watching right there.
That's why you gotta watch the video
How's it
version.
hanging? I'm David Pumpkins, and I'm gonna scare the hell out of you.
One of the all-time dumbest skits that they ever did,
But my favorite,
but
maybe
also
ever.
one of the all-time greatest. Like, because there's so many times where they do those dumb skits that don't land, and it's just kind of like, oh, this is gonna go on for another 3 minutes. But this one, you're just like, you couldn't look away. You're like, this is moronic, and I love it.
Yeah, and I was watching something yesterday because my goal is to try and go 31 for 31. Like, I know ESPN, oh, we're 30 for 30. 31 for 31 is what I'm going on watching David S. Pumpkins skit. And then they have David S. Pumpkins, the song, after that they brought him back for.
I never heard that.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird, but
I mean, so was the first
I
one.
was watching something about like behind the David Pumpkins story, and it was like, yeah, Tom Hanks didn't get it. He didn't like it. He was not a fan of it. He was like, can we get something else? Like, they're like, no, just try it. Just try it. Just try it. But David S. Pumpkins,
That's
pretty
kind of
great.
what makes it land, is that it's so stupid, and you have someone, one of the greatest actors of all time, playing this moronic character that makes no
I'm gonna
sense.
scare the hell out of you.
Kenan Thompson is like super underrated in that, where he's like, I'm not telling what's next. Sometimes the scariest thing is the unknown.
Listen, it's 100 floors. They can't all be winners.
How many have David S. Pumpkins on them?
God, dude, Kenan needs to be on
73
the
of
show
100
forever.
floors. Why did you go all in on David Pumpkins? I mean,
great
like, if you
skit.
guys haven't seen it, go just pause this.
you haven't
right
seen it,
now.
what are you doing
Go
with your
pause
life?
this and then just go look up David S. Pumpkins on YouTube. It's totally worth it. I promise you, you'll be like, what is, like, if you like this podcast, you're gonna like David S. Pumpkins.
Yeah.
That's fair enough to say. But Davey Pumpkins, he's back, and I could not be happier
Davey
about
boy.
it. David S. motherfucking Pumpkins, and I'm gonna go 31 of 31 this month on watching that. Another comeback kid. Baseball playoffs. Finally, baseball is cool to watch again, I guess.
Whoa.
Because once football starts, you kind of forget about baseball for a little bit.
Oh,
We're just
yeah,
like,
but
eh.
but you're going to throw a fit in about a week. Oh, what are they celebrating for? They didn't even win.
I mean, the Nats won last
You
night,
fucking
and
idiot.
we're drenched in champagne. And they're like, hey, let's fly to L.A. to play the Dodgers, where we're going to get our asses kicked in. We should celebrate with champagne first.
But what are the Brewers doing right now? Oh, nothing, because their season's over.
Right. It was
so they get to keep going?
It was a
Yeah,
fucking
that's
wild
celebration
card game,
was
bro. It was a wild card game.
God, you're so,
It was a wild card game.
No, let's just move on. We're not going to do
The
this.
Nationals are at two.
We're not going to do this every week.
The
Shut
Nationals
up.
are at
Stop
two
talking.
champagne celebrations
Stop talking. I'm
in
going
the
to pull
last
out a beard hair.
2 weeks. 2 champagne celebrations
Yeah.
in 2 weeks. Too many.
Yeah.
That's too many.
Yeah, because they like to party.
Just, hey, maybe be...
Hold on. Do you have a problem with guys partying?
I have a problem with guys
Well,
partying
I don't
after
know. No,
they have
no,
an NLDS series to
I don't ever
go
want to
play.
hear you listen to Beastie Boys again.
Okay, fine. I won't. Actually, I work on a station with them, so
Wow.
you gotta listen to it.
Well, the fact that you were okay with never hearing the Beastie Boys again.
I hear him a lot.
Guys, this might be my last episode.
I hear him a
I
lot.
don't know.
Well, he's not coming back next week. We know that.
I don't know if I can do this with a communist, because only
I'm
communists
not a
don't
communist.
Like Beastie
I'm
Boys.
just saying the Nationals should not have already celebrated with champagne twice.
I hate you.
They don't deserve
All right,
that.
so,
You're going to get your
yeah,
asses
let's
kicked
move
by the
on.
Dodgers.
Let's move on.
You don't deserve
Let's
that.
move on.
But baseball playoffs are back. Early not cool is bitching about start times. Bitching about start times, like, who gives a shit?
Yeah, like, I get it. Like, it sucks for us. But
Does it, or
it's
do you realize the rest of the country watches certain teams more? And
No,
it's-
that's what I'm saying. Like, it sucks for Astros fans because most of us are going to be like, oh, fuck, I'm still at work. I'm going to miss the start. Unless you have a cool boss, then they're like, yeah, fuck off. Go watch.
Well, like Astros and
I get it, though.
Houston
like,
as a whole
it's
seems to think the
fucking
rest
Yankees.
of the world.
Of course, they're going to put the Yankees in the prime time slot because you're going to get more. Even though the Astros are super relevant and everyone
Right.
loves watching them now, it's the Yankees.
There's
Like,
more Yankees fans.
You can't be fucking mad at it.
And
Like,
also, they're like, why are the people that won a more recent World Series champion, maybe the funnest team to watch in the league, why are they starting at 1:07 on a Friday? It's like, well, fuck you. You're playing at 8:07 on a Saturday, so chill out. You got your primetime game. So, like, it's not like they really fucked you guys.
Oh, they're still going to be the people that are like, oh, we get 1:07, and then we get 8 o'clock at night? What is that shit?
On a Saturday? Shut up. Just, like don't bitch about your fucking team's start times.
Yeah.
Like, that is the most
Don't worry
petty
about it.
fucking thing. Just, if your team's good, you know what you do? You win, and guess when the World Series games are? They're night. They're prime time. Guess when the ALCS and NLCS is? Prime time. Just fucking get to those games. Who gives a shit where you start? You just fucking win the games, all right, guys?
Just use it as another chip to put on the team's shoulder.
Yeah, just
even
do
though
that.
they won 107
Just do
games and
that.
have the number 1 overall seed.
Are they? Are the Dodgers, I thought.
Well, I mean, in the AL.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so...
Oh, did the Dodgers even win more than 107? I didn't even
I
look.
don't know.
I wasn't even
I know
paying
they have it
attention
through
to
the
NL.
AL.
Astros are number 1 overall.
Okay.
I was going to say, I don't think the Dodgers had gotten there. Just like the Astros went on a fucking tear at the end.
So, do we want to give some preseason or some postseason predictions? Like, it's super easy to do it in baseball, I feel like, because like there's only
I mean, I don't want to pick every
handful.
game, but just like who we expect in the World Series.
ALCS, NLCS, World Series.
No, I'm just going to go World Series. I expect it to be Astros Dodgers again. But I would like to
Like,
see
the correct answer is like if you pick ALCS and you don't say Yankees Astros, like you're wrong.
Well, of course.
So it's gonna be Yankees Astros, and I would say Dodgers Dodgers Braves.
Here's the thing. Don't discount the Twins. The Twins could beat the Yankees, man. The Twins are an underrated team, and they've got Marwin Gonzalez, who we all love.
That's not why they're gonna win.
Hey, you never know.
Marwin Gonzalez has like 9 home runs in this year. Like, okay, you're right. Yep, yeah, you guys were right. I'm sorry.
No, I fully expected it to be Astros Yankees there, though.
I think it's gonna be Braves Dodgers.
Braves
in the
Dodgers
NL.
too. I hope the Dodgers make it. I mean, I hope the Braves make it, but I think the Dodgers are going to make it. And then I think my heart tells me Astros in 5. To be safe, I want to say Astros in 6, but I'm going to say Astros in 5. Fuck 'em.
Okay.
Fuck you, Dodgers. We're going to shit on you again.
All right, Robert. What about you?
As long as the Astros are in, I'm always going to say Astros.
Okay, so how many games?
I'm going to say 4. I'm going to say 4.
You're going to say a clean
I'm gonna
sweep
say
in the series.
4.
Dude, how great would that be?
How many games do they lose the whole postseason, Robert? And we'll see if we'll bet you set the over/under right now, and me and Pat will bet against it.
I'm going to say we win in 6 in the AL.
Okay, I'm going to say they lose 3.
I'm definitely gonna go over.
Yeah, I would have to take the over on that.
Damn it. Well, then we don't have a bet, so never mind. I'm gonna go. I feel like the Astros are gonna win. Since you guys already picked the Astros, I'm gonna say Yankees over Dodgers in 7. I'm gonna say Yankees over Dodgers.
Just
in
the
7.
Astros starting 3 is so ridiculously dominant.
But maybe they burn out a little bit. Maybe they burn out. Maybe the Yankees are a bunch of fucking savages this year. They got a chip on their shoulder, and they just go fucking get it done. Maybe.
I don't know.
The Yankees are really good, so I'm not discounting them.
Last year, the Red Sox, they won the most games, and they won the World Series. So, like, maybe the burnout doesn't happen.
But the year before that, who won the most games?
Dodgers.
Dodgers. And how'd they do? They lost.
They
in
did
the
the
World
loss.
Oh, so
Series,
you're saying the postseason is a crapshoot?
I'm just saying, how great would it be? How great would it be, Robert, if we won in 4 in the World Series, and that made 4 straight Dodgers losses in the fucking World Series?
Like, they'd straight up be the Buffalo Bills.
That's what I was gonna say. They'll be the Bills.
That's why, because honestly, I think
Like the greatest dynasty that never won.
as a Yankees fan, I really I'm picking that from my heart. I think the Astros are going to go to the World Series. I think they're a better team. I just think they're a deeper team. I think the pitching they've got the Yankees in pitching anyways. But just I think the Yankees could get it done. I think they could grind it out. The Yankees are a team of fucking dogs that like were hurt all year and were able to do shit. Not that the Astros weren't. I'm not knocking on that.
Yeah.
But just I think the Yankees could be a scrappy team in the
Yankees are a
postseason.
scary team, man.
Just because the Yankees, like the Astros, they have that they could put up 15 runs at any point.
Yeah, and that's why I really hope. That's what I'm saying. Don't discount the Twins. The Twins are really good, and they can do that as well. They led the majors in home runs this year, so at any moment they can just.
And they
erase
also
the
have
lead.
Jason Castro that you also liked, right? People liked Jason Castro.
No,
I mean he was an Astro at one point.
Yeah.
Jason Castro, the Astro. Everybody remembers
Castro
that.
was fucking awful.
He was really tall though.
Yeah, that's what you're looking for in a catcher.
You're right. It's a big tree. There's a big tree right behind
But
it.
I would love to see them beat the Yankees, 1, because I hate the Yankees, and 2, because I'm not nearly as afraid of the Twins as I am the Yankees.
Right.
In fact, I'm not afraid of the Twins at all against the Astros. Like a 1%. Knock on wood. Sorry, Weezy.
Way to go. Way to set the dog off. Now
Yeah.
she's pissed.
But on the other side, like it's got to be Dodgers Braves, right?
I think the Dodgers could beat the Yankees. I don't think the Dodgers have a shot against the Astros. I don't know why. I just feel like the Astros would just beat the shit out of the Dodgers. And like Robert was saying, 4 games. I could totally see it being 4 games.
Man.
I don't think it would be 4. How's Kershaw doing in the postseason?
That's the crazy thing.
Kershaw's kind of trash when it comes to postseason
I
sometimes.
still don't care. I'm like, I'll take Kershaw anytime on the mound when I can get it.
It's like the David Price thing. You were like, I still don't want to face David Price. I don't care if he's bad.
It's a weird stat, but like at any moment, I expect Kershaw before his career is over to throw like a no-hitter in the postseason. Just because his stuff is that nasty.
He'll probably do it against the fucking Nationals because they partied too much and were drinking too much champagne in their stupid wild card 1-game celebration. Maybe that's it. I hope he does. I hope he does.
I hope it's the Braves, just because, like, good for the Braves, you know?
Do you know, like, are you familiar with the National starting rotation? Because
Scherzer,
Strasburg? They pitched them both.
And Corbin.
Because they pitched both Strasburg and
I was working.
Scherzer.
Wait, Strasburg pitched?
Yeah, he came out in relief.
Oh, just to close it down, throwing nasty. Well, yeah, I mean,
Does that take him out of the starting spot? Like,
no.
Okay.
See, here's the thing. They have Corbin, too, and Corbin's really fucking good. So, like, if they get back to it, Strasburg, he probably won't pitch game 2, but I could see him pitching game 3, and then game 4, you go to
It's hard to pick on. It's
Scherzer.
hard to root for the Nationals because they look like Walgreens, and it's like I'm not gonna root for a team with like a corporate logo.
Okay, excuse me, Mom. My mom's worked for Walgreens for about 27 years. So
Well, but just
fuck
it's like
you.
like Team Walgreens is what I mean. Like I'm not knocking your mom's company, but it's just like
I used to work for Walgreens.
okay.
I fucking hated it.
I worked for Kroger, but if Kansas City's logo was like the Kroger logo, I wouldn't be like, well, let's go them.
Hey, Walgreens is nice, man.
I'm not saying it's not nice. It's just like, could their logo not look any more like the Walgreens logo?
I mean,
It's pretty similar.
can't argue with it.
Okay. Money's as good as honey. That's what I always say. Everybody says that. You guys have heard me say this for years. But you win some money,
honey, you gotta
you
get the
buy
money.
some honey, and when you're buying your honey, where are you getting your honey? Because if you're not getting it from Bee's Knees Honey Company, what are you even doing? Just go home. Just like don't even go shopping for honey if you're not getting it from Bee's Knees. And you know what? You don't even need to go anywhere to get it from Bee's Knees. Just go to beeskneeshoneycompany.com. That's all you got to do. And Bee's Knees Honey Company is our go-to place for any kind of honey, lip balm, beard care, cologne, or more. All of their products are natural and straight from their own bees. It's awesome that they just own their own bees. That's pretty tight. Like, I know you're not a bee guy because you're allergic to them, but, like, that's
I respect
pretty
bees.
sweet.
And I
they just
respect
have
the role
bees.
they play in the world. I just can't be near them.
Yeah.
I mean, I love honey.
Yeah. Honey's dope.
I love everything that comes from bees.
What about that cream
I
honey?
just can't be next to them.
Cream honey they gave us last week? That
Bro.
I came in my pants when I
That was
ate
a whole
some. It
nother
was
You
delicious.
made some creamed honey in your
Oh,
pants.
I did. Yeah, they've got all different kinds of flavored honeys that they get straight from the hive. And the creamed honey is delicious, like we just said. It's perfect for toast and bagels or even in your coffee if you want a little more natural version of a sweetener. Their lip balm is made using just 3 ingredients: beeswax, 100% pure organic hemp balm, and organic peppermint oil extract. Their beard butter's got hemp oil in it. It's high in vitamin E. It works as an excellent conditioner, and it's gonna make your beard feel smooth like butter. I put some of the fucking beard balm on every single day when I'm combing the beard, getting ready to go to work, and like it is the best part of my day because then for the rest of the day I have that cedar
See, that's why I need a beard
or sandalwood
comb.
smell, and it is the shit.
Because I don't use it every day because I forget because I'm dumb. But if I had a beard comb, like if I specifically bought
And you
one,
just you put a
I
little
would
balm in it,
I
and
would
then just
remember
comb it out.
to do it
You
every
just
day.
comb it out, and it's delightful.
Yeah.
And then you get a little whiff every now and then. Oh, what's that? Oh,
Yeah.
my
I mean,
beard
I
balm.
try and use
My
it every
beard
day.
balm.
I don't use it every day though because I'm dumb and I forget.
Yeah, it's great. Fuck. Okay. All right. This is a warning again. We're not doing this on purpose, guys. Not doing this on purpose, but it's kind of a somber, not cool again. And not cool again. If you have anything to submit to us for not cool, it's just anything that, like, if you stub your toe, something bad happens at all, you know, like you get an offender bender, or if like you get your arm chopped off, like all those are not cools. And hashtag PTG not cool to @PassingRayPod, @AlexJMiddleton, @NotPatDion, or @RobertBarbosa03. That's how you get them out to us on Twitter, and you can also email them to us at answers@passyourpod.com. Just let us know it's a not cool on that. You can also message us or write on our Facebook wall, Pass Your A Podcast, and all of that. You can reach us anyway. You're really trying to. And we have an Instagram now too, so go and message us on that too, and we'll read your not cool. And on a more serious note, my parents' dog and my family dog for the last decade passed away on Saturday. She was getting up there. She was old. And they said she just kind of had a stroke next to him when they were eating, and it was sad. And it was like, I fucking love Scarlett. Scarlett was like, I wanted to take Scarlett up to school with me when they first got her. Yeah, Scoobs. And she I wanted to take her up to school. My parents wouldn't let me. Obviously, they were smart. They're like, you shouldn't just take
also,
the dog up there. So then
your dad was like, fuck you, you're not taking my dog.
Well, you were there, and right after we got Scarlett, that was when I threw a hat, broke my TV, and Pat and I were like, we were friends. We weren't like great friends. But we were nowhere near the level we are now. Yeah. And then my dad, I remember he was super pissed, and he just picked up the dog because you were there. He was like, I don't want to yell at you in front of I don't want to yell at my son in front of his friend right now. But he just picked up the dog and was just like hugging her, like, okay, I'm just gonna take her off there. I'm gonna take her over.
He was still yelling.
He was not happy, but he
was yelling.
He didn't.
That's why I just walked out the front door and sat
until after. But yeah, rest in peace, Scarlett, man. We're dedicating this pod to Scarlett this week. Scoobs.
Was that your first family dog growing up?
No, we had another boxer
in Atlanta.
From Atlanta to Houston. She passed away, I think, the senior year in high school. Yeah. And then I remember being like, I don't ever want to love another dog. I'm never gonna love another dog. I don't even want to touch another dog. And then they brought Scarlett. They brought Scarlett home, and I was like, oh my god, she's so sweet.
Plus boxers, they got the dumb face, and they're so happy all the time.
I miss her so much, but like I wasn't there when it happened, and
that's the worst.
I wasn't there, but my parents were, and they said that like they were like, I'm not. They were obviously not happy it happened, but they were just like, I'm glad that it happened while we were both there. And they said, and my dad was like, myself and your mother, one of us the whole time was at least like in her face saying, we love you, it's gonna be okay. And I was like, did they look scared? Did she look scared?
I don't even want to ask that question.
My mom was like, no, she didn't. She just looked like she didn't really know what was happening. She didn't look scared. She wasn't terrified. She knew that we loved her. And I was like, she lived a fucking awesome life. And they were eating lunch.
You said she was what, 15?
She was 10.
Or 10? Yeah,
I was
about to say 15 is a long time. I don't know where I got that.
For a boxer, 10 years is a long time.
That's a good long time.
And she had a hell of a life. She ate a bunch of stuff that wasn't like it probably could have killed her. Like she ate one time. My mom would set out like she has like Christmas candy dishes. She would set out like peanut M&Ms. And one year Scarlett just ate an entire thing of peanut M&Ms, and then threw up on my dad's friend when he came over, and just threw up in his lap. And then she ate an entire another year or 2 later. She ate an entire candy dish of Reese's, and with the aluminum foils on it, like the green and gold and red ones, and she just ate them with wrappers and all. Just ate it all. Threw it up. Wrappers were all in it.
They're so dumb. I love boxers.
She was so sweet though, and all she did is love, and just like it's like that's every dog. All she did was love us, and like the best part about like going to my parents' house sometimes when like I'd have to drop off something to my mom or dad's house, like at the same like during their work day, and there's nobody at the house. I'd go to the house and then just Scoobs, what's up? Oh my god! Like I'm gonna miss that. I'm gonna miss that. She had a good life, and they said that like right before she passed away, like she was just hanging out begging, like she was bitch because she didn't just hang, she bitched. She would bitch and she'd be like,
that's the best.
Like if she'd stayed over here, like when my parents were out of town and we would watch her, she would bitch at us if we weren't up on Saturdays. She'd be, I'm up. And it wasn't like a whine. It was just, hey, get the fuck up. Let's go.
It's a grumble.
I'm up. And Wheezy.
Wheezy's
like, I get it. You're sad.
She heard the grumbling.
You're
She's
sad.
like, whoa.
But yeah, rest in peace to Scoobs. I want to dedicate this podcast to her. I know she's a fucking dog, but still, she's no, it's
a member of the family.
And it fucking sucks. And the worst was like for my parents that they had to deal with it out there. And it's just like I don't want that. I don't ever wish that upon anybody. And it sucks. So rest in peace, Scarlett. You were a fucking awesome dog, and I love you.
Yeah. So,
your turn.
And that leads into mine.
We warned you guys.
Yeah, as I'm sure you guys can tell, we did not get good news on our family dog, Aaron. Apparently, there was, I had told you it was either the infection that could be treatable or it was cancer. And it turned out there was actually two cancers. Like one cancer It could have possibly been treatable. Like, we could have amputated the leg, and, like, hopefully that would have cut out the cancer from her. Or there was one where it was just the bad news. And they had taken it to their vet in Fredericksburg, and, you know, they weren't 100% sure, so they had to take her to a specialist out in Kerrville, and the Kerrville doctor goes, yeah, no, it's bad. It's the bad one. There's nothing we could, and the doctor goes, you know, we could possibly, you know, we could amputate her leg and put her on drugs, and, you know, miracles happen. So it's possible. And we weren't going to put her through that. We weren't going to, you know, cut off a leg and then hope that she got better and that it didn't ravage the rest of her body. And so my dad decided, no, that's not going to be the way we go. And initially he had said, well, we're going to go up, you know, we're all going to the wedding this week. And then sometime after we come back, you know, we'll put her down then. And because he had called me on Friday, and I guess by like Saturday or Sunday, he thought about it and goes, he goes, you know what? We don't want her to even just have to keep limping around and maybe suffer. So they're going to do it on Friday. Me and my brother were going to drive up Friday night after he got off work and go see him. But my dad, you know, he decided, you know, Friday is going to be the day. So, you know, we're not even going to drive up because we don't want to have to drive into that really to like wake up Saturday morning, have everyone it ruins the whole weekend because the dog is gone. And like I said, she's only like a year and a half, but you know, like I said, I firmly believe she lived better in a year and a half than most. I'm assuming my dad is just feeding her like a fucking queen. Like
I was just saying, my parents.
I would guarantee you she gets at least one steak. Which, by the way,
Scarlett was begging my parents for pizza, and they were like, we gave her like pizza crust for like days right before that all happened. Oh, so I mean, at least she went out loving like getting what she loved.
They eat people food all the time. Like my dad, he's not a chef, but like he cooks like a fucking chef. Like, you know, fucking pot roast and shit like that, and whatever it is, he'll say with our oldest dog Brady for years. What he's always done is, if he has a steak, he'll cut like 2 bites of steak for himself, cut a bite, and he'll feed Brady right off the fucking fork. Like
they're family, man. They're family.
Back. Yeah, no, they really, especially in our family. Like people say, oh, our family's dog lovers. No, we take it to another fucking level with these dogs. So I would assume she's probably eating fucking amazing this week. The worst is going to be for not Brady, the oldest, but the middle dog, Quinn, who's just a fat little fucking porker. She loved the young one. So it's going to be really rough on her because, like, she even, when my grandfather was in the hospital a couple weeks ago getting his hip operation done or whatever it was, she was, like, moping around the house because she was like, well, where is, so, like, I assume it's going to be really hard on her because Brady's too old to play with her. So, you know, it sucks, but, you know, it's better to, and that sucks for Scoobs that she had a stroke and that it went out that way and you couldn't really see it coming.
Well, they knew she was just getting older, like, but it was like,
but when the stroke happens, you're like, oh, fuck, this has to be done now.
But no, it happened like she passed away from it.
No, that's
like,
what I'm saying. Like
there.
And you can't take her anywhere and ease it into it.
Well, like what was...
Like with Erin, at least we can, you know, she's not going to be happy. She's going to be taken in. And like when you put a dog down,
you know how many
like,
days
sucks,
you have because you have to schedule it.
Yeah,
know?
but and like vets, you know, they're good at this. So they, you know, they can make the dog comfortable. They give him treats. You know, they lay him down. You get to be there with the dog. And I feel bad for my dad because my dad is such a dog lover. Like he always has been, like his entire life. And like when our family dog Sarah that we had growing up, when he put her down, I think I had said this already, I couldn't even go inside with him, so my dad had to be in there alone with her. I would guess he's probably gonna do it again because my mom's not gonna be able to be in that room.
So it's gonna be able to.
I know it's gonna. I think I was.
It's a kid. I
think
it.
I was like 14,
15,
15, 16, and I sat in the car. And it was fucking awful the whole time. But, and like I said, I feel bad for my dad having to do that. But, you know, like I said, she lived a good life. It sucks, but at least she's not, because like I said, her leg's been gimpy, but she's never really been in a lot of pain.
Right.
So at least she's not going to have to get to that point where she's in pain. And that's the big thing I take away from it. You know, she lived a good life. She's not going to have to feel a lot of pain from it. We're going to nip it in the bud before it gets to the point where, like, she can't get up.
Yeah, and that's the way to do it. You don't want them to be in pain.
No.
I have one more thing on the Scarlett thing, just like, because she had this stroke, and my dad, like, I remember talking to my dad, and just, Scarlett fucking loved cheese. All dogs love cheese, obviously. Mm-hmm. And, like, she was stubborn as shit. And the most Scarlet thing ever, he said, like, she fell to the ground and, like, they were like, what's happening with Scarlet? And she was obviously, like, stroking. And then she kind of, like, was okay for a second. And they were like, what's up? What's up, Scarlet? And they opened the door and they let her outside. And she went outside and walked around the yard. And then they came inside and they gave her some more cheese. And she was all happy to have the cheese. And then she had it happen again. And he was just like, well, of course Scarlet would have one more cheese. Like, she was like, no, I'm not ready yet. There will be cheese in my future. There will be cheese before I do this. You're not taking me yet. And I know Fifi's best friend, Felicia's best friend was Scarlet. So, like, at least they're, like, probably best friends in doggy heaven.
Yeah.
And I found this video. I just wanted to play the audio of it. This was Scarlet bitching. This was when she stayed over with me and Emma one time.
Good morning, Scarlet. Good morning. What do you need?
It was not a...
Everyone who's had dogs and wants to sleep on a Saturday knows
It was
that
not
sound.
a... Yeah. I know, I'm sure she was not the only dog to do that ever. It was not anything just uniquely of her, but, like, that made me think of her all the time. And I know she's being kind of an ass probably up there to Felicia or somebody, or just in a loving way right now up there. But I'm sorry about Aaron, man. And
Yeah. You know, if we're going to do this,
fucking dogs are the best, man.
I'll share one great dog story just to try and leave it up. When my dad was like, I think he was 3 years old, 3, 4, 5 years old, somewhere in that range. All of a sudden, my grandmother was walking around one day and she couldn't find him. And after like 20 or so minutes, she called the cops. She called, like, my grandfather. If anybody knows about Catholic stuff, my grandfather's always been a member of the Knights of Columbus. And they had, for like 6 hours, the entire community out searching for my dad. Because he had just disappeared. He was just a little kid. So after like 6 hours, they're walking through the woods and they just start hearing this like growling. The family dog, who was I believe she was a German Shepherd, had found my dad God knows how long before. He had like wandered off into the woods behind their house and found this rock and was sleeping on a rock. And the dog found him and was just sitting next to him. So it got to the point when the cops found him, the dog was growling and barking at all the cops and wouldn't let anyone
Fuck
get near.
off, he's sleeping.
Because she was protecting my dad, so they couldn't get near him until they got a hold of my grandfather and grandmother, till they were able to come up and pick my dad
dogs,
up. So
man.
just like, you know, all that's bad, but you know, a good dog story of how protective they are and how great they are, and that's where it is.
Let's move on to answers. Now, I don't think I've explained the answers segment in a while, because did you know that this week we had Stupid Questions Day? I think it was Monday or Tuesday. So I think it was Monday. It was Stupid Questions Day. And I was like, hey,
called me.
We have a whole bit on our podcast about that. But there is no such thing as a stupid question.
Just stupid people.
That's not what happened. But I remember a teacher, Miss Winters, back in Far Elementary in Atlanta, Georgia, told me that one time. She was like, there's no such thing, class, as a stupid question.
Just
I raised
stupid
my
people.
hand, and I thought, okay, well, I'll just ask my question. I don't remember exactly what I asked. I do remember getting laughed at after I asked it. I was like, but God, come on! I was told there was no such thing. And then, I was like, you know, one day I'm gonna be in charge, and I'm gonna make sure there's no such thing as a stupid question. So I encourage you to send us any question you have at all. If you think it's just a super weird question, if it's a high thought, if it's something you see online, and you're like, I wonder what the gang at Pass the Gravy would have to say about this, send it to us at Pass the Gravy Pod using the hashtag PTG Answers. Also, you can email them to us, answers@passthegravypod.com, although we look at Twitter and Facebook first. Facebook, you can just write it on our wall. Pass the Gravy Podcast. Can make sure you like us as well. Answers, here we go.
Well, if you just answer the question, why don't you just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Any questions?
How's it hanging? I'm David Pumpkins, and I'm gonna scare the hell out of you.
I was going to say that any question sounds even better in October.
Any questions? Let's get into our answers question. Now, our podcast son, Skylar Lester. Oh my God, it's Skylar! At OMG, it's Skylar on the Twitter. He says, does Chewbacca have pecs or a trail of tiny teats like a piglet?
No, actually, I tried to put a
Whoa.
lot of research into this. And my initial thought on it was, well, do Wookiees breed in like singulars, maybe twins or triplets here and there like humans, or do they have litters?
Correct, because then you'd need the teats.
You would need the teats, and I could not find anything, but I have to think logically on this.
When you see Chewbacca, I don't see teats.
I don't see. Here's the thing, especially the men, I would say only have the peck teats.
Correct.
The women, I was thinking, well, possibly they could, but I'm going to say no.
I don't think so.
Just because with how large Wookiees are,
and because you're standing on two legs, on two legs.
They're
so
bipedal.
Exactly. That's the word I was looking for, and I didn't want to seem like an idiot and not know it.
Just with how large Wookiees are, it would be hard to have a litter of them.
I agree.
So
I agree wholeheartedly.
I'm going to say they only have the two teats.
Right. And I'm entirely honestly basing this on Chewbacca and whatever. What was the planet the Wookiees live on? Kashyyyk. When they went to there for briefly in one episode, you kind of were like, oh, or one movie, you were kind of like, I don't remember seeing any teats. At least I didn't get a great look, but I don't remember seeing a ton of teats. So. Yeah, I'm going to say he's just got pecs. But good question, son. And that's what we like about our son, Skylar Lester, out here, our podcast son. He just asks these questions. He asks the hard-hitting questions.
He does.
Our next question comes from our boy Brandon Whitehead, the winner of last year's Best Podcast review of Pass the Gravy. So, guys, be like Brandon. Go give us that review. 5 stars on iTunes and just roast us. I don't care. You just got to type out the review because it helps us show up higher the more written reviews we get. So, please just help us out. Let us know that you just reviewed us. Let us know you reviewed us, and we'll give you guys a shout-out next week. How about that? And if I don't follow you on Twitter, I will personally follow you if you let us know that you just gave us a review.
Yeah. That's a good deal.
Go give us add your Twitter handle at the bottom of the review, and then we'll go follow you. All of us will follow you. I promise you. Done. All right. Brandon Whitehead at Brando Whitehead on Twitter. He says, if you give somebody a money shot at the end of sex, is that considered a baby shower? So if you
well, it depends on
money shot's coming on her face, right?
Yeah, it depends.
His or her face.
It depends on your stance on when life starts.
Ooh, now we're getting political.
Great. Yeah.
Just great. Baby gravy shower at worst.
Yeah.
It's a baby gravy shower.
I would say that is a baby shower.
Yeah, I think it's a baby shower too.
It's a literal
because it's not a bunch of liquid falling on you, but it's enough.
Yeah.
It's enough.
Or would it be a baby parade? Because think of how many potential babies are in there.
Yeah, I mean, I hear that. I think baby shower sounds cooler, though.
Sounds
baby
better.
shower makes more sense.
I mean, I would say, it's a baby shower.
Yeah, it's a baby shower. But do not, if you get invited to a baby shower, this is not what they mean.
No.
This is not, we are not saying that's what this means.
Well,
no, it's not. It's not.
It could
You
be.
and your
It's
girl are
not.
hanging out. You can give your girl a baby shower in your own house at your own time. But if you get invited to a baby shower, this is not what they mean.
Can you imagine telling your friends, hey, we're having a baby shower this Saturday. Oh, man, I never got my invite. No, it's not that kind of baby shower.
Not that kind.
This is our Saturday night special.
If you don't have to bring a gift to your baby shower, this is probably what they... I'm just kidding. No.
Saturday night is baby shower night in my household.
You and your girl or guy, whatever, we don't judge here. You can have baby showers whenever. By yourself. But if you get invited to a baby shower, probably don't do that.
Definitely don't do that.
Yeah, definitely don't do that.
Unless they ask you to, then,
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what they probably don't. But if they ask you, then still probably don't. Because that'd be weird. It's a bukkake shower. A bukkake baby shower.
Ooh.
Bukkake. I want to find a way to say if we pronounce bukkake, it's bukkake, right? I'm saying it so many ways already.
It's bukkake.
If we pronounce it like bukkake, pronounce it all fancy sounding, does it seem more prestigious?
Okay.
That's the cake.
This just made me think of that.
Cake porn.
You know those really fancy showers that you'll see where it's got
they got 3 different
it's got
heads.
the one over the top, then the 2 off the side and stuff.
One of these days, if I ever make it big, that's what I'm gonna get.
Are those the bukkakes of showers?
The bukkakes of showers. Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. How dope would that be though to have I want it on so you can just get under your arms and you never have a cold party.
Yeah, if it's cold outside, oh, my back's getting cold. No, I'm getting hit from all sides.
That would be awesome. One day, that's my
This is
dream,
what it feels like to be a happy whore.
to be rich enough to have a shower with 4 heads on it. That'd be awesome. Great. That'd be awesome.
It'd be so good. Because usually it's not just the 3 shower heads. Then they have those just squirt, like the lines of water that shoot out underneath the shower heads.
Where it's just like a mister almost.
So it's basically like you have the 1 shower head on top, 2 on the sides, and then it's usually like 4 on the walls where it's basically like 4 bidets shooting out.
Yeah.
It's not a great term to describe it, but it is the best term to describe
I get it. I 100% understand what you're saying right there. So I would say
it's definitely a baby shower.
It's a baby shower.
Yeah.
It's a very good question, Brandon. That's what I like about Brandon. Brandon and Skylar, good heads on their shoulders right there. Let's go to our buddy Todd Voss. What's happening, Todd? At as_scene_by_TV. Why is the carpet wet, Todd? Why is the carpet wet? The Rod Ryan Show Tournament of Champions for the Fresh Out of Bed Head-to-Head Challenge is coming up. Hopefully, I don't want to say I'm a homer, but like Jerry, who is our podcast son's father, his biological father. I'm going Jerry or Todd. I'm going Jerry or Todd are my favorites, and I'm being biased as shit because if you listen to Pass the Gravy, I'm rooting for you in the tournament.
Here's another one. Would that make Jerry our brother-in-law
or father-in-law?
No, because we're both fathers to the son.
Yeah, he's our brother-in-law. Jerry, you're our brother-in-law.
We could probably find a better adjective for it, but yeah.
Skylar, let your biological dad know that your podcast dad said he's your brother-in-law.
Yeah.
So he's our brother.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to start calling, I'll be like, what's up, brother? And I'm just going to start.
What is somebody's stepdad to the actual dad? Like, there needs to be a term for that, and I don't think there is.
Somebody let us know. At Pass the Gravy Pod. Let us know. Like, hey, that's that term.
I guarantee you the Germans have a word for it. They have a word for everything.
They do. Why do they have so many words?
You know what? I work with a German. I can ask.
Good idea. It's probably strudel.
It's definitely not
probably
true.
Probably not.
All right, let's get to the question.
So Todd Voss at as_scene_by_TV. He says, actions speak louder than words. Has this changed in our world today where something you say can discredit a tremendous random act of kindness?
Absolutely.
Obviously, he's talking about, I cannot remember the kid's, the beer sign guy.
Yeah.
Beer sign guy who was an Iowa State guy, who Todd Voss is an Iowa State guy. So obviously I get that. But actions speak louder than words. Yeah, I do think that.
With cancel culture, yes. A lifetime of good deeds can be canceled by a 16-year-old tweet.
Hey, remember when you were 12 and you said, fuck this?
Hey,
he said the F word. How about that,
remember when you were
let's take
13?
away all of his charitable donations to a children's hospital.
Remember like 3 weeks after you joined Twitter in the middle of your sophomore year and you quoted a rap song? Yeah, fuck you for just donating $8 million to charity. I know this was 37 years ago, but you said a bad word.
So did you see what Iowa did? Like, he's an Iowa State guy. Iowa had him back because he donated the money, which was over $2 million. He donated over $2 million to a children's hospital. Now, let's remember, this guy went on College Game Day.
I think it was $2 million. I'm not trying to discredit it, but it was $2 million combined with Bush because they were matching.
But Bush doesn't donate the money if he doesn't do the sign. So that's $2 million
no,
because of him.
Yeah.
Because of him.
Yeah.
And Bush isn't giving him any free. I understand. Bush doesn't give him any free beer now. They dropped from him. They're like, hey, we're not hooking up with this. We're not going to give this guy anything because we don't agree with what he said previously. I understand that you're a company. You got to kind of like distance yourself. But fuck you, Aaron Colvin, for being that guy. Aaron Colvin, weird. Doesn't work for the the newspaper he worked for anymore. Almost like your racist tweets were almost worse. Oh, actually, yeah, they were way worse.
They were, because one person was quoting songs and one person was actually
talking about how you don't want to hang out with gays.
Yeah.
Weird. Weird
how woke people
pot,
are.
meat, kettle.
Worse people.
Or is it kettle, meat, pot?
No, pot, meat, kettle.
I got it right the first time. I knew it. I was just kidding. But yeah, so they had this guy out to the Iowa game last weekend where I think it's the start of the fourth quarter, they turn around and they wave to the children's hospital, and he got to lead the wave. And he was on the field, and fucking baller move that he's in his Iowa State gear and just a sea of black and yellow, like, fuck yeah, I raised all this money for the rival school, and I don't care.
The governor of Iowa actually dedicated a day to him.
They gave him a day. Is it Carson King was his name?
Carson King.
And cool move on that guy's part.
He tweeted fucking some dumb shit when he was 16.
He was joking around on a fucking College Game Day sign, and he ended up raising $2 million. He could have kept that million.
Yeah, which I gotta say,
he could have kept $250,000 before he said he was going to donate it. And
I would have.
Well, I would have totally. I totally would have.
Yeah, because I'm not like a great
I'm not a great guy.
I don't know. Maybe I would have reached out to J.J. Watt or something. But I have to say, knowing myself, I would have been like, "Holy shit! I just made $250,000
for Meals on Wheels on Wheels or Wheels on Meals."
I have to say, I would have donated a lot of it to pass. Not all of it, because I'm still myself. I would have devoted a lot of it to Pass the Gravy
Like
podcast.
$200.
To like
He would have given us $200
to just jumpstart this shit.
But still, fuck that guy, Aaron Colvin. And I'm not saying like I'm glad somebody lost their job, because I'm not glad people lose their jobs. Who are we to talk about another man's job? But still, if you're going after somebody, trying to get them in trouble for stuff, give us your internet history. And apparently, Aaron, your internet history was shitty. So
but to
fuck
answer
you.
the question, absolutely yes.
Actions do speak louder than words. I think.
No.
Words speak louder than actions.
In today's cancel culture, it has been proven.
Hey, I cured cancer.
Words,
but remember that one time when you called that lady fat?
But not always, because there's some people that have said some fucked up shit that just get away with it. And I'm not trying to say I'm not pointing out names either way.
If you have money.
On both fucking sides. Well, yeah, that's the main thing is money. As long as you have money, shit can go away.
I believe Good Charlotte said it the best. If you know, did you know that if you're famous, you can kill your wife, and there's no such thing as 25 to life, as long as you've got the cash to pay for Cochrane.
Yep.
Good Charlotte said it the best.
I can't top it, so that...
Shout out to Good Charlotte for giving us that quote. Shout out to me for remembering it, I think.
Yeah. Close enough.
This is a good question, though, Todd. And, yeah, fuck that guy. And go Iowa State. Let's go Cyclones. Go Cyclones! Let's not say Cyclones. Cyclones.
No, it's Cyclones.
I like saying Cyclones. Josh Tree Caudle says, at Joshua Tree 713 on Twitter says, if you had to give up one of your 5 senses, which one would you choose?
So it's
touch, smell,
taste, sight, and
sound.
Yeah,
and seeing ghosts. That's the sixth sense.
It's definitely smell.
I'd go seeing ghosts.
That's 6. That's the 6th sense. We're only going with 5.
Damn it, you're right.
Touch, smell, sight, hearing, and
jokes. What would you go with on this?
Shit, what did we just do? Fuck, I'm losing you again.
Sight, sound,
touch,
smell,
taste,
and taste.
Taste. Yeah, I'm not losing taste because I love food. I'm not losing sight because I watch football. I'm not losing hearing because I like podcasts.
Yeah, I kind of need
hearing.
hearing
Need it for this. What's the 4th that I'm not?
I feel like we're all gonna need hearing.
Touch. I'm not losing touch because like, damn, titties feel good.
Good point.
Yeah, it's
okay.
I mean, I'm definitely gonna go with smell.
Smell. Like I've heard that if you don't have smell, like it like takes away from taste.
It does.
But if you think about this, like
still taste without it.
Think of how cheap you could eat if you didn't have any taste. You know?
Yeah, that's fine.
Like you could literally eat anything. Like I'm fine with it. I don't care. It doesn't taste like anything.
Okay, here's the thing: how many times do you smell things that are good versus how many times do you smell things that are bad?
I don't know.
Other than food, how often do you smell something that's like that smells great?
And when you drive to like Texas City, like, it smells like ass.
How often do you smell things that go, that's great versus, God damn it, that stinks?
Yeah, I guess smell would probably be a better one.
Like, I mean, losing the ability to...
What about jokes, though? Jokes, what would you go with?
So, I was thinking smell, too, but I might go taste.
Because you could just eat anything.
Right, you could eat anything. It wouldn't matter.
Bobby, you should go...
These ice cubes are a great dinner because I can't tell what they are, really.
Joke should definitely go sight because he doesn't watch any movies anyway. So who gives a shit
and
at that point?
with smell, like, you wouldn't be able to tell when you yourself smell bad.
Yeah, so then why would you care?
Because you'd piss off other people and like other people wouldn't like you, and
Fuck
I like people liking you.
I don't want other people to like me anyway.
Okay.
Smell, like, think about how great it would be if, like, you couldn't smell just rancid farts that you let go. But everyone else in the car has to smell it. That's even funnier. When you can fart and everyone else is suffering and you can't even register it because it's so funny.
But it's smell or taste. Like, those are the two that we're picking between, really.
I don't even know how you go with taste. I'd rather lose my hearing than my taste.
Oh, no. I like hearing things. We have to hear things.
I'd rather lose touch than taste.
You said you love titties.
Yeah, but like... Oh, God, because you still couldn't feel your penis then.
Exactly.
Damn! All right, that throws a wrench in it.
It's got to be between those two.
I would just see, whenever I think of losing your sense of touch, I think of like, oh, like
taste and smell.
If I touch something hot, I can't. Yeah, it would have to be taste and smell. But like, dude, I can't lose.
I think smell.
It's got to be smell. I can't lose food.
I think it'd be one of the two.
Think about this. How bad would it be if you could smell how delicious a steak smelled?
But you couldn't taste it.
But you couldn't taste it.
Okay. All right. That just turned me. That just turned me.
It's
that made
gotta
my
be smell.
You're still gonna go taste.
Yeah, I'm gonna be.
I don't think you're
God
wrong.
damn it,
I don't
Bobby,
think you're
you're such
wrong,
a
Bobby.
fucking
Though,
oddball.
because there is a solid like you can save a lot of money going forward.
Yeah.
Where you just like buying the shittiest whatever, and you're like, well, it's fine. Think of how healthy you'll be because you can just buy vegetables and all you could eat is vegetables, and you're like, I am just crushing
Dude,
it
you
with
could
my
just
health,
eat
but like, I
tofu.
can't taste it, so it doesn't matter.
You could eat tofu and Spam all day, which actually I can't.
Spam is delightful.
I was about to say,
Spam is delightful.
I've
Don't you
never-
fucking shit on Spam.
I immediately stopped
Don't you
myself.
talk bad about
I
Spam.
can't talk shit on
We
Spam.
like Spam
I know a lot
here.
of people that like it.
We're a pro Spam podcast.
I've actually never had Spam.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
My dad worked for Cisco Foods my whole life.
I made Pat McClellan
He
eat
could just
Spam and
bring
he hates
home
me for
delicious foods.
I made Pat McClellan eat Spam.
I
and he hates me for
guarantee
it.
you
but
I
also,
like Spam.
But also, Pat McClellan made me invest millions of dollars into Snake City, and I never saw a fucking return on that. So that's on Pat McClellan.
Yeah, fuck
I'm glad
him.
he ate Spam.
If not for him, we'd be in a giant studio. Instead, no, we're in.
We'd be broadcasting in a goddamn mansion, but no, I invested all this money in a fucking city run by snakes because this idiot fucking told me it was a good idea. Yeah, I don't think so. But anyways, yeah, I guess I would give up smell. I would give up smell.
Yeah.
But taste would be a close second, and the others
I mean,
are not
already,
even an
my
option.
sense of smell
Besides
sucks.
ghost,
'Cause
giving
I
up
have-
ghost stink.
I have a small nose anyway, so like I don't smell shit well anyway. Like my nose is always stuffed up.
When we were drinking absinthe, Rod on Saturday, Rod just kept talking about us. I think it was Van Gogh. Was it Van Gogh? It was Van Gogh or Da Vinci, one of the painter guys. He cut his ear off.
Van Gogh.
On absinthe, and he was like, "Oh, I just hope none of us cut our ears off." I was like, "Oh God, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do if we cut our?" And I guess that doesn't ruin your sound, but like,
You know what I would have loved to not have this sense of smell this last weekend? I took a poop that smelled like vomit.
well, you know, all you need is.
I'm
a little
sorry
M
you
air
all had to
freshener.
hear that, but I had to fucking live it.
You need a little M air freshener, and that just covers that bad boy right up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess I would give up. Smell. Pat would give up smell. Robert would give up taste. So those are the only two acceptable
Somehow
answers.
that's
honestly,
not
in that.
surprising that Bobby Joe.
No, I think I'm not that far off from giving up taste too. But I think smell. If you could smell something that was really good, but you couldn't taste it, that would suck. So that was my only decision.
Yeah, and I'm not that far off from choosing smell either. Like it's pretty close.
Yeah,
But
there's
I'm
the
gonna
two.
go with
Those
I
taste.
feel like I
Yeah.
should take taste because then I could just not be fat as shit if I didn't love the way everything tastes. But you know,
Yeah, you can
I
eat
do.
kale all the time, I guess. But then our final question comes from Cassie J, the Squatch God. Squatch it. She's back, and she said, "Oh, this is another one. This is perfect. Perfect. This is a perfect segue."
I wonder if she's a Bob the Burgers fan because they have a Squatch in there.
Oh, maybe that's what.
Or Bob's Burgers, not Bob the Burgers. I don't know what the
Bob
fuck-
the Burger. He's actually
Bob
a hamburger, and he raises a family of other hamburgers.
But he's a Squatch.
And he's a Sasquatch hamburger, so he's trying to avoid
Yeah.
the Sasquatch. Anyway, Cassie J, the Squatch God, says, smelling. Just wireless tasting?
That runs surprisingly well.
I know, that's why I was like, this is perfect. This is perfect. Like, how, like, does she know Josh Tree? Josh, do you know Cassie? Did you guys coordinate these questions?
He's a tree,
She.
and Squatches live in trees.
Squatches live by trees. Yeah, you're right. Ooh.
I'm gonna kidnap.
Is
Tree.
Josh Tree
I'm gonna kidnap
dating
Josh and
Cassie J, the
fucking
Squatch
torture
God?
him until I know.
Josh Tree, you're the MVP of this, but you better let
Sorry,
us
I'm
know
not
who
gonna
the
torture.
Squatch
I'm
God
gonna
is.
use enhanced interrogation tactics.
There we go.
There we go.
Got it.
Cut
Cut out the
fuck
torture
yeah,
part.
it is. Yes, it is.
That is 100% wireless tasting. Because you smell it, you're like, that's gonna taste delicious when I get that when I eat that.
Yeah.
I almost said put something in my mouth, but I'm not going to say that because I didn't want to cut that and
Oh
make that
fuck
the
it.
drop
I'll
at the
say it.
end.
I would love to put a delicious cut of meat in my mouth.
Well, that's different though. Okay. But still, yes.
I had a great pork chop last
Smelling
night.
is 100% wireless tasting. Like you get the whiff, you get a whiff of that. You're like, oh man, that chicken
Yeah.
is gonna be
Dude,
dope.
that's Wi-Fi. And when you put it in your mouth, that's
like
the
when a
Ether-
pie,
that's
when you
the
smell a
Ethernet
pie
cord.
in the oven. Oh. Or cookies. Or
And
cookies.
then when you eat it, that's the Ethernet connection.
Or like like when you drive by like a restaurant, like you're on the street even, and you just hear you're like by a restaurant, and you just, what is that? Oh my goodness, what is that great smell? That smells delicious. It smells delicious because you're already tasting it. So yeah, it's wireless tasting, 100%. Cassie J, you could not have been more perfect or more spot on that.
I love you, Cassie.
Do you know Josh Tree though? Let us know, both of you. All right.
Conspiracy theory.
Is
this Josh Tree?
He just wants to send in multiple ones.
Cassie J.
Cassie Josh Tree, the Squatch God.
Squatches, trees.
Josh Tree.
We just broke this wide open.
Josh Tree, are you lying to us? Do you
Hold
have
on, wait.
multi-personalities?
What's Josh's middle name? Is it Cassie?
It's Tree.
No, that's his nickname.
Joshua Tree Coddle. JTC.
C and Coddle. C and Cassie.
Huh? Are we connecting dots?
This should have been our conspiracy theory episode.
No, we don't need to do another one of those.
That's why I said it should have been.
Remember when we did that and the guy's like, that fucking sucked. It was like, okay.
That made me laugh for like 5 straight minutes.
I know. And then I was like, oh, wait, that means that everybody else probably thinks it's trash and it's just too nice to tell us.
We knew it sucked when we did it. We knew it sucked after we did it.
Because I remember posting it and being like, it might be good.
The first response was, that was terrible.
That was the worst podcast I've ever heard in my life.
And we were like, yeah, that's true.
And then Robert was like, yeah, I don't know. It wasn't that great. I was like, okay, well, at least Robert's honest with us. Okay, so yeah, smelling is wireless tasting. Guys, thank you so much for listening. Please go give us a 5-star review wherever you're listening to us. Write a little review. Just write it up. Roast us. I don't care. Screenshot us. Screenshot us that you did the at Pass Great Pod. I'm at Alex J. Middleton. Pat's at Not Pat Dion. Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. Remember, if the Giants win, if they upset the Vikings, which would be a hell of a win, the Giants upset the Vikings, I'm giving out 2 shirts. All right? I'm giving out 2 shirts. At Alex J. Middleton, say, go Giants, dibs on the shirt. You get 2 shirts. All right? All right? That's how we do it. We're giving out 2 shirts this week if the Giants win. Let's go. We're 5-star.
Not giving out 2 shirts this week.
Don't you ruin my hopes and dreams. But hey, 5-star review, please. We want to move up on this iTunes chart or wherever chart we're on right now. Wherever you are, like just 5 stars. Give us a little review. Type it up. Screenshot the review to us. I love you guys. You guys have a great week. We'll talk to you guys next Wednesday, except for Pat. But Pat will give us his picks anyways. And
we'll figure something out. We'll figure something live or pre-recorded.
We'll either have Robert or a special guest host next week. I love you guys. Thank you so much for listening to us.
Love you.
Peace out, Cub Scout, and pass great bitches.